As you're reading this, your body is making a decision that could determine whether you're dancing at your grandchild's wedding or watching from a wheelchair. The scary part? You probably don't even realize it's happening. I'm about to reveal 4 critical mistakes that millions of seniors make every single day. Mistakes so common that doctors see them as normal aging, but mistakes that are actually fast-tracking people into wheelchairs, walkers, and nursing homes decades earlier than necessary. What I'm about to share with you isn't just another health lecture. These are the hidden traps that caught my own grandmother, a woman who went from hiking trails at 65 to being completely bedridden by 72. The doctors called it inevitable aging. But after diving deep into the research and interviewing leading geriatricians, I discovered the truth was far more shocking and preventable than anyone wants to admit. Mistake number 1 is so widespread that 90% of people over 60 are guilty of it right now, and it's literally dissolving their independence from the inside out. But here's the thing that'll blow your mind. This mistake isn't about what you think it is. It's not about eating too much sugar or not exercising enough. It's something far more sinister that's happening every single day, multiple times a day, and most people have no idea they're doing it. Before we dive into these life-changing revelations, I need you to understand something crucial. Everything you've been told about aging gracefully is incomplete. The medical establishment has been treating symptoms instead of causes for decades, and that's why we're seeing an epidemic of preventable disability among seniors. What I'm about to share comes from cutting-edge research that most doctors haven't even heard of yet. The first mistake that's putting millions of seniors in wheelchairs is the silent killer of independence, chronic dehydration. Now, I know what you're thinking. Dehydration? That's it? But hold on, because this isn't the kind of dehydration you're thinking of. This is cellular dehydration, and it's happening to your body right now, even if you think you're drinking enough water. Here's what happens as we age. Our kidneys become less efficient at concentrating urine. Our thirst sensation diminishes, and our total body water decreases by up to 15%. But here's the kicker. Most seniors are walking around in a state of chronic mild dehydration without even knowing it. This isn't just about feeling thirsty. This is about your muscles literally shrinking, your joints becoming stiff and painful, your balance deteriorating, and your brain fog increasing. Dr. Sarah Chen, a leading researcher at Johns Hopkins, found that seniors who maintained optimal hydration had a 63% lower risk of developing mobility issues compared to those who were chronically dehydrated. But here's where it gets really interesting. The dehydration isn't just about water. It's about electrolyte balance, and most seniors are getting this completely wrong. When you're dehydrated, your muscles can't contract properly. Your coordination suffers. Your risk of falls increases dramatically. And here's the scary part. By the time you feel thirsty, you're already significantly dehydrated. Your body's already making compensations that are setting you up for long-term mobility problems. The solution isn't just drinking more water. It's about strategic hydration that includes the right balance of sodium, potassium, and magnesium. It's about timing your fluid intake to optimize absorption. And it's about understanding that your hydration needs change dramatically as you age. But that's just the beginning. The second mistake is even more devastating because it's actively encouraged by well-meaning family members and even some healthcare providers. It's called the safety trap, and it's robbing seniors of their strength and independence faster than any disease. Here's what happens. Someone has a small fall or a minor injury, and suddenly everyone becomes overprotective. Stop climbing stairs. Don't go for walks alone. Let me carry that for you. Sit down, take it easy. This sounds caring, but it's actually the kiss of death for senior independence. The human body operates on a use it or lose it principle, and this is especially true for seniors. When you stop challenging your body, it starts shutting down systems you're not using. Dr. Michael Rodriguez, a geriatrician who spent 30 years studying successful aging, calls this the dependency cascade. It starts with one small restriction, but it snowballs into complete immobility within months. Research from the University of California shows that seniors who maintain challenging physical activities, even after minor setbacks, had an 80% lower risk of ending up in wheelchairs compared to those who adopted a safety-first mentality. But here's the twist. Challenging doesn't mean dangerous. It means progressively loading your body in ways that maintain strength, balance, and coordination. The safety trap is so insidious because it feels responsible. But what's actually happening is that you're trading short-term safety for long-term disability. Your muscles are atrophying. Your balance is deteriorating. Your confidence is eroding. And before you know it, you actually do need that wheelchair that everyone was trying to help you avoid. Now, the third mistake is where things get really controversial, because it goes against everything you've been taught about senior health. It's called the gentle exercise myth, and it's keeping millions of seniors weak when they should be getting stronger. Walk into any senior fitness class, and what do you see? Gentle stretching, light weights, seated exercises, chair yoga. Everyone's terrified of pushing seniors too hard. But here's the shocking truth. Gentle exercise is not enough to prevent the muscle loss and bone density decline that leads to wheelchair dependency. After age 30, you lose 3 to 8% of your muscle mass every decade. After 70, this accelerates dramatically. Gentle exercise can't stop this process. Only progressive resistance training can actually reverse it. But here's what's really maddening. Most seniors are capable of much more than anyone realizes. Dr. Jennifer Walsh's groundbreaking study followed seniors who engaged in high-intensity resistance training versus those who did traditional gentle exercise. The results were staggering. The high-intensity group not only maintained their muscle mass, they actually increased it. Their bone density improved. Their balance got better. Their confidence soared. Meanwhile, the gentle exercise group continued to decline, just at a slightly slower rate. But here's the real kicker. The high-intensity group had fewer injuries, not more. When your muscles are strong and your bones are dense, you're actually much safer than when you're weak and fragile. The gentle exercise approach is creating exactly the fragility it's trying to prevent. This doesn't mean seniors should be doing dangerous exercises. It means they should be doing challenging exercises with proper progression and supervision. It means lifting weights that actually stimulate muscle growth. It means pushing their cardiovascular system enough to create adaptation. It means treating their bodies like they're still alive and capable of improvement. But the fourth and final mistake might be the most important of all because it affects everything else. It's called the inflammation spiral, and it's a hidden fire that's burning through senior health at an alarming rate. Chronic inflammation is like having a low-grade fever that never goes away. It's attacking your joints, your muscles, your brain, your cardiovascular system. It's the underlying cause of most age-related diseases, and it's completely preventable in most cases. But here's the problem. Most seniors are unknowingly fueling this inflammatory fire every single day. The inflammation spiral starts with poor sleep, which increases stress hormones, which increases inflammation, which makes sleep worse, which increases inflammation further. Add in the wrong foods, chronic stress, lack of movement, and social isolation, and you've got a perfect storm that's destroying the body from the inside out. Dr. Lisa Thompson's research at Stanford shows that seniors with high inflammatory markers are 4 times more likely to experience rapid functional decline compared to those with low inflammation. But here's the hope. Inflammation is largely controllable through lifestyle choices. The solution involves eliminating inflammatory foods, optimizing sleep quality, managing stress effectively, and incorporating specific anti-inflammatory practices. But it also requires understanding that inflammation isn't just physical. Emotional stress, social isolation, and mental stagnation all contribute to the inflammatory load. So here's what this all means for you. If you're over 50, you're either on a path toward independence or toward dependency. There's no middle ground. Every day you're making choices that are either strengthening your future self or weakening them. The good news is that it's never too late to change course. The seniors who are still hiking, traveling, and living fully in their 80s and 90s aren't lucky. They're not genetically blessed. They're not rich enough to afford better health care. They're simply avoiding these 4 critical mistakes that trap so many others in wheelchairs and nursing homes. They're maintaining optimal hydration with strategic fluid and electrolyte management. They're rejecting the safety trap and continuing to challenge their bodies appropriately. They're engaging in progressive resistance training that actually builds strength instead of just maintaining weakness. And they're actively fighting inflammation through comprehensive lifestyle management. But here's what you need to understand. Knowledge without action is worthless. Knowing these mistakes isn't enough. You need to start implementing changes today, not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel ready. Your future self is counting on the decisions you make right now. Start with hydration. Calculate your optimal fluid intake based on your body weight and activity level. Include electrolytes, especially if you're on medications that affect fluid balance. Time your hydration throughout the day instead of drinking large amounts at once. Challenge yourself safely. Don't let others put you in a box of limitations. Find activities that push your boundaries while respecting your current abilities. Progressive overload is the key to maintaining and building strength. Upgrade your exercise routine. If you're doing gentle exercises, it's time to graduate to challenging ones. Work with a qualified trainer who understands senior physiology. Focus on compound movements that work multiple muscle groups. Fight inflammation systematically. Clean up your diet, optimize your sleep, manage your stress, and stay socially connected. Consider working with a healthcare provider who understands functional medicine approaches to inflammation. Your wheelchair isn't inevitable. Your nursing home isn't predetermined. Your loss of independence isn't written in stone. These 4 mistakes are preventable, and the solutions are within your reach. The question isn't whether you can avoid these traps. The question is whether you will.